And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. We're on the road today. Pizza Inn. Absolutely. We can get you a buffet today and eat it and feel like a king or a queen because they got a great price to do it. You've got 18 pizzas, 12 regular, 6 dessert pizzas. You got the salad bar. You've got the 3 different types of pasta. And you also got the, as we said, we always call it the dessert bar. We just call it the chocolate pudding and jello. Got all that for one price going on today here at Pizza Inn in Elizabethton. And we've got, what is your name, ma'am? Kylie. Kylie's back here working. What's your buddy's name working?
We got Emma,
Emma, Kendall,
and Kendall, and Mariah.
and Mariah are in the house working, waiting tables. So how much is the buffet?
$8.99 for seniors or $10.99 for adults.
Bingo. $8.99 for seniors and $10.99 for adults. All you can eat. That's all day, every day. It's great stuff. Let's get it going. National anthem time. We had lots to talk about. Sean Whitten joins us top of the hour talking Cyclone football. We had a valiant effort. We don't go on moral victories, but it was a heck of a ball game. A 1 hour lightning delay Friday night. So it was, it's a heck of a football game. Long days. Great game. We got very promising. I think you'll hear that from the head coach coming up here in a few minutes, that we moved to Tennessee High this Friday night at the Stone Castle for game 2. Talked about this all summer. You wait. Boom. Here we are getting ready to go to week number 2. We'll look up and it's going to be senior night. You wait and see. It's how it goes. It flies by. So anyway, we're here. Glad you're there watching the show. What did you add up? 18. What was your number a while ago? 18,800. Yep. Mrs. DeMoss crunched the numbers for me. We had 18,800 views for the football game Friday night. Thank you very, very much. Cannot thank you enough. Here we're going to get on my soapbox. On a Friday night, everything you could be doing, places you could be going, things you could be doing, and you had 18,000 folks across this country, about 13 states, watching the broadcast. Very humbling for me. May not care anything about what you think, but for me to know that you're out there doing everything you could be doing on Friday night, watching and listening to a football game, very gratifying. Thank you. Here's Chris Stapleton to get us started on the national anthem on the Tom Daly Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing up, yeah.
These are the hands that planted the seed and pulled the weeds and fixed the engine and harvested the crop and loaded the truck. What of all these hands do, nothing is more important than being a good neighbor. From the farm to Food City, local produce is all in a day's work.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's run down high school football. First off, do some birthdays before Andrew gets in here. Birthdays today, we've got Baseball Hall of Famer Raleigh Fingers. Remember him, the handlebar mustache, having a birthday. He is 79 today. Gene Simmons from KISS, 76 years old today. Wow, still going. Who else having a birthday today? Country singer Billy Ray Cyrus. Man, oh man, when I was jocking country music, we had to play that stupid song every 15 minutes. I mean, that's, you reached a point you just turned it down because it was so popular, Achy Breaky Heart. You had to play it every 15 minutes when I was jocking country. 64 years old today he is. Television chef Rachel Ray. You a fan of Rachel Ray? You like Rachel Ray? The chef? Yeah. We're probably grasping at straws there. She's 57, but anyway, I guess for me, the guy that Gene Simmons KISS, 76 years old today. So let's see what's going on in football from Friday night. Let's recap it for you. You know the scores by now. We'll run down the ones that have merit, of course. Our ball game, Sean will be here in a little while to talk about it. 27-20, Scienceville beats the Cyclones in a barn burner. Kermit-Tipton Stadium. Cherokee, a 3-touchdown win over Pigeon Forge. Gatlinburg-Pittman defeated Seymour 44-7. These are our conference teams. Granger beat Claiborne 43-14. Greenville beat Morristown West 35-0. Northview Academy, another future opponent of the Cyclones, got beat 57-19. Also, you had Friday night Volunteers shutting out Daniel Boone 30-0. You had Happy Valley defeating the Unaka Rangers 61-0. We'll be there, by the way, on Friday morning. We'll talk about that in a moment. Tour Schools number 2 will be Unaka High School. Let her tell you more because she graduated from there, and let her do that coming up here in a few minutes. Let's take a look at what's going on this week. Who's playing where? Cherokee will be hosting Campbell County. Volunteer goes to Claiborne. South Green will be at Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone got whitewashed 30-0 by Volunteer the other night. Crockett will be at home against Westridge. Dobbins Minute getting a big road win over Knox Central down there in Knoxville. Will come back home, DB, with a 26-20 win. They will host Asheville, North Carolina Friday night in their home opener at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. Granger, the Grizzlies, home to Union County. Greenville will host the Upperman Bees on Friday night. You have Johnson County traveling to Hampton to battle the Bulldogs. It's a Thursday night game. Happy Valley and Cloudland. So you know the story. Hampton and Happy Valley both using the same field. They can't play the same night. So Hampton's home game is on Friday night. Happy Valley's home game is on Thursday night, both at Warrior Hill with the new turf down. Happy Valley hosting Cloudland on Thursday, and the Hampton Bulldogs hosting Johnson County on Friday. So there you go. There's that. Scienceville travels to Morristown West. North Green will host West Green. Northview Academy hosting Unicoi County had a big win the other night against Crockett. That'll be a Thursday night game. Seymour, another future opponent, hosting Pigeon Forge. Sullivan Eastern got shut out by Johnson County. Will be back home to entertain the Chucky Doak Black Knights, and the Cyclones will be at Tennessee High for that matchup. Let's see. I got it right here. Where is it? Where's it? What did she take my phone? She didn't take my phone. Why would she take my phone? My phone's right here. I want to say the all-time seasonal series between the two. Then we'll take a break and get her on the air. It will be 48-38-2. 89th meeting between the schools, so it's Cyclones leaded the series over Tennessee High, 48-38-2. Put that right there because I will forget that. I can tell you that right now. 48-38-2. This is the 89th meeting between the two, and the Cyclones have a 10-game differential. 48-38-2 over the Tennessee High Vikings. We'll play them up there this year. We'll have them in our place next year. So that's what's going on in high school football on this Friday night. Quick break. We'll be right back. She's here. We'll get her on the screen. Coming up top of the hour, Sean will join us, head football coach of the Cyclones, recapping the Science-O game, and also getting us ready for Tennessee High, who lost to Westridge 30-13 Friday night in the rain. And we didn't have any rain at our place, so we had a lightning delay and had no rain. But apparently other schools and other places in the Tri-Cities got hammered with rain on Friday night. We did not, but we did get the lightning delay. But when everything cleared out, it was a heck of a football game. We'll let Sean talk all about that coming up here in a few minutes. She's here. Mrs. DeMoss in the house next from Northeast Community Credit Union of the Tom Douglas Sports Board of Elizabeth and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event. And we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community. We loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how could we improve the community, how could we create jobs, how could we improve the business. And the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:37 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open till 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. She's here. There you go. It's kind of a wimpy bell. The bell's kind of doing a wimp thing today. Good morning. How you doing?
Well, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Let's see here. Let's put that up there. There we go. Everything good in your world, I hope?
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking
Just
and
another
rolling.
Monday.
Rocking and rolling to the break of dawn. It's a song. It's a good song, too. So, anyway, Cyclones and the Tennessee High Vikings will get with it coming up on Friday night. We were at the Tour of Schools on Friday at Unaka. We had a blast. I had a good time up there. So
We went up to Hunter,
Yeah.
and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And my old stomping grounds, so I got to see some people I knew, and it was nice to showcase the county.
absolutely.
And we just can't wait to do much more.
Yep. So we're going to be at Unaka Friday. We were at Hunter Elementary on Friday, and again over 5,300 views of people. We had we know we had a glitch with the computer, didn't quite do what we wanted to do, but we're going to go back through at the end of our tour and do one more there, so it kind of will make good because those kids deserve it. We'll get on the school's Wi-Fi starting Friday up at Unaka High School. So the Tour of Schools, great kids doing great things, and the kids they brought in there Friday were awesome. The little girl Carla, I want to say Carla Felty, I think that's her name, but she was awesome and she did a phenomenal job. And she was the one who did the Irish Spring Dance at the fairgrounds on Friday night. She was a nervous wreck. All the kids did good. You had a little boy named Casey. I'm doing this from memory, which is dangerous. Anyway, a little football guy who's in second grade, wore number 27. So these kids did a great job. The teachers did a great job. Dr. Carpenter got it started, the superintendent. So it was all good. Brandon Young, of course, facilitated. Our principal there at Hunter was Mr. Garland, did a great job. So we go to round 2 at Unaka High School. We're doing everything in those school districts. The next week will be Unaka Elementary. Then we move on to, I think it's the Happy Valley District, I think. Wherever we're going to be somewhere every Friday, showcasing great kids doing great things in Carter County schools. You like this because you're a Carter County girl, right?
I do. I
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
And there's so many great things happening, and I think it's important to showcase all the wonderful accomplishments that they do all the time. Brandon is doing a great job showcasing that as well. He's really taken his role and rocking it.
Yep.
So
Yes.
thank you to Brandon for all his postings and updates at each school. And I don't know how he does everything he does, but he is right where he needs to be. So we appreciate him. And yeah, this is really exciting for me. So
We are also going to be doing the Elizabethton City Schools too. We're not shunning them. We're going to be doing them as well. So we're going to be busy. We'll do a weekend later on in the year, probably after fall break, and showcase the Elizabethton City Schools. But we are getting ready to, and in fact, it's cranking up. The readers are winners. We're going to run the promo here in a second, but it's up and running at the 3 elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. And so you guys love doing this. We love doing it. It's all about helping kids read, making them more proficient at reading, which is critical. So the readers are winners. We're getting ready to crank it up for the third year
for Readers Are Winners, I
third year.
believe. Yeah.
Third year. We're doing the Readers Are Winners again. All the schools said we want to do it. We may even be expanding that footprint before it's all said and done. So, but that remains to be seen. But anyway, that's a lot of good things going on. The credit union's in behind. We have a ribbon cutting coming up. What's that? Where's that going to be? What's going on with that?
We are excited to announce that our Building 2 Community Center and Operations building is going to have a grand opening ribbon cutting on September the 16th at 9 a.m. on Jason Witten Way, beside of our main office. We are going to have tours of the facilities that day, light refreshments, and of course the ribbon cutting. We're super excited. It's been a long time coming, and it's complete, and we can't wait to have you there September 16th at 9 a.m.
9 o'clock. That would be on a
Tuesday,
the 16th. Am I going to be there? Did you see? Can't wait to have me there, to have them there, everybody there.
Everyone's invited.
There you go.
Our members, our legislators, our community. So it is a community center, and more great things to come for that. And we're right there at the finish line, and it feels really good.
That's at 9 o'clock on the 16th.
Yes.
I think I can make that. We probably want to
Great.
come by there and live stream that a little bit before
That'd be
we truck
great.
off to the Eagle Center. So, yep, want to do that. We're big supporters of what's going on here at Northeast Community Credit Union, and they are us as well over on our side of the fence. So, you know what I'm going to tell you about teachers. If you know a teacher, most of the teachers should be in class teaching right now, so they probably can't hear this. But if you're a teacher in Carter County, Washington County, Sullivan County, Unicoi County, Johnson County, listen up. Mrs. DeMoss is about to tell you how you can put money in your pocket for your classroom. Take it away.
You can have $300 for any classroom need. All you got to do is complete a form. It's called the Helping Teachers Teach application at bmycu.org, or come in to one of our convenient locations in Johnson City, Elizabethton, or Rome Mountain. And there's a winner every month of the year. It does not stop during the summer, so you can apply during the summer as well. And we draw a winner after the 15th of every month. So there's no reason you shouldn't.
No.
It covers the cost of needs that you may not want to spend out of pocket, because I know that happens quite often. So there's nothing to it. It's $300. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's just a front and back application, and our committee votes on it. So yeah, that's all there is to it. Go to bmycu.org.
Hello, Lisa Baker. Hello to Carl Wilson. Thank you all for watching the show. We're here live again. So it's real simple. Go to bmycu.org. Go to, which tab do you go to?
You go to resources. And then forms.
Resources, forms, there it is. Milliseconds. Type it in, your name. If you're a kindergarten teacher, you know someone it is, or a technical school teacher, or a fourth grade teacher, or an eighth grade, whatever. If you're a teacher, if you're a teacher in one of those schools or one of those counties, you'd be crazy not to do it. You send checks all over the place.
Yes, we are in Carter, Unicoi, Washington, Johnson, and Sullivan.
And you've had winners in all these counties too.
We
So,
have.
Yeah, so it's not, well, you're in Carter County, they're going to get all the, no. They spread the wealth. $300 is $300. Hello to Billy and Denise Timms. Bill and Denise Timms. Hello, Bill. How you doing, sir? Thank you for watching. We're here live at Pizza Inn. The buffet is $10.99. If you're a senior, it's $8.99. 12 pizzas. What do you like on your pizza, by the way? You get pizza.
I like their buffalo chicken here.
Buffalo chicken.
I
Okay.
like their taco,
Like your taco pizza. There you go.
pepperoni,
Pepperoni pizza. There you go.
and of course their chocolate chip.
So they have, good point, they have 12 regular pizzas, 6 dessert pizzas. They've got 3 different pastas. They've got a salad bar. They've got the chocolate pudding, and they got the Jello. All that for $10.99. You couldn't make one pizza for $10.99, I wouldn't think. If you went out, if I sent you the food city, you got the dough, the toppings. I don't even know what you make. Tomato paste, what the pepperoni or the buffalo, whatever you said you want on your pizza. I don't think you make one for $10.99. It'd be very close. You get 18 to choose from all the time. It's awesome. And of course, tomorrow night's kids' night. Kids eat free, the paying adult tomorrow night here at Pizza Inn. So we've got a ribbon cutting on the 16th. We have the tour of schools Friday. She'll be with us at Unaka High School. We'll be up there in the land of the Rangers. We will be next week at Unaka Elementary, next Friday. And then, as we said, we'll move into the other areas of Carter County. The response is fantastic. Thank you. All we want to do, and David and Andrew and I sit down, we just want to expand the footprint of the credit union, obviously. But we also want to showcase the kids in Carter County schools doing great things, and they are. And school's just getting started, so, we're on the front end of this. But it still was good to hear those kids, and they were all smiling and happy and ready to go, and the teachers were too. So it's all good. It's a win-win for everybody. So we're tickled to death to be a part of it, I can tell you that. So Gene Simmons having a birthday today. He's 76 years old. Might you be a KISS fan back in the day or still are?
I mean, I'm really
No.
I know who they are.
Yeah. Billy Ray Cyrus having a birthday today. When
I
was
know him.
When I was jocking country, as I said earlier, you had to play that stupid song every 15 minutes because it was so popular. You play it. As soon as you get done playing it, the bank of phone lights on the phone. Hello? Billy Ray Cyrus, we just played it. Billy Ray Cyrus, Acre Break Your Heart. We want to hear it again and again and again. So he's having a birthday today. He's 62. So there you go. That's the 2 birthdays, the big-time birthdays. Now, football starts this week, college football. Say, you guys are Hoosier fans. You're Tennessee fans. So you got both at the house, right?
We
the
do.
The Vols and the Hoosiers. Yeah. So you told me who your husband likes football. The Lions, the pro team?
The Bears.
The Bears. I knew it was one of those teams up there. So they're a week out. They don't start the week from Sunday. But anyway, it's here, college football. East Tennessee State's got Murray State. The Vols have Syracuse down in Atlanta. And do we know who Indiana plays?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. That's what I like. Does she care? Probably not. So she'll be told later on this week by Hub who we're watching, who we're cheering for right now. It's Monday, Tom. Got lots on my plate. Don't
That's
know.
right.
Don't know. We're moving on. So anyway, the Vols got Syracuse in Atlanta. It's a big game for Tennessee football to see if they can come out of the gate and get it going. And we're going to run down all the top 25 games coming up here in a minute. So anyway, it's all about Northeast Community Credit Union. Locations are where?
We are in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue. We have our main office on Jason Witten Way in Elizabethton. One on 19E, that is a temporary location. You'll see the new build in front of that, soon to open next year. Rome Mountain is our 4th branch, and we've got 4 locations total, and then we've got our student-ran branches in all of our Carter County high schools and Elizabethton City High School.
They don't want to hear it, but we're going to tell them anyway. Everybody doesn't want to hear about it. It's getting close to Christmas. It's getting close to Christmas. Would you please tell them about the Christmas Club, please?
You can open a Christmas club. You can tell us if you want your funds deposited automatically, weekly, bi-weekly, anything like that. We can do it automatically, or you can do it yourself.
Tell them.
It's 121 days until Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. There you go.
He loves that.
Oh, yes, I love Christmas. Got my
I'm
trees
counting
up.
down the days till my vacation.
I see. It's all relative. So
So Christmas Club, you can save a bunch of money, not realize it, and tell us you want to withdraw it early November, and you will be amazed how much you can save.
Absolutely. Well put. Thank you for coming by. I know you're busy. We've got a full plate today. She does, we do, and we thank you for stopping by, as always.
Thank you for having me.
She's awesome. She is Angie DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union. All right, we'll take a look at the high school football And we'll run down top 25 college football. Sean Witten, head football coach of the Cyclones, due to join us top of the hour right here. We're at Pizza in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bmycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. We're talking to our buddy Dr. Eric Carter from Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our proud sponsors of the show and Cyclone Sports. A lot of pharmacies out there, a lot of drugstores out there. Why, in your humble opinion, should we come and trade at Lingerfeld Drug Center?
Yes, I think our customers are our family. We treat people how I'd want my family to be treated. And that's, we can come in after hours for you if you need or deliver to you. I think we just go the extra mile. A lot of times at a big chain or something, if you need a refill and it's out of refills, it's too bad. But we'll call the doctor, send them messages, and keep bothering them until they get them sent in to us. So we want to do everything we can to make sure our customers have their medicine and are happy.
Customer service, folks. Again, Lingerfeld Drug Center down here beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, thank you to Sandra Richardson. Hello to Grace Cantor, and that may be a new name. Hello to Carl Wilson. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope you are. Baker, speaking of Unaka, she's there today. All right, that's good. So appreciate that. She's up there working, being a blessing wherever she's at, of course. We've got, we're pretty excited. We got T.A. Duggar football coming up next week, not this week, but next week. And we've got Deuce Morton's going to help me call the games, a couple of games, and Joseph Taylor's going to help me call a couple of the games. We're pretty excited about that, to say the least. So that's coming up not this week, but next Thursday. This Thursday they go to Sevier at J. Fred Johnson Stadium, they being the T.A. Duggar Fighting Cyclones. And then we'll have the first home game next Thursday. It's 4 in a row. It'll be Robinson Middle School out of Kingsport. And Deuce will help me do those games. So we're pretty excited about that. All right, let's take a look at high school football again from Friday night. Who's playing where will be the 89th meeting of our game. Cyclones lead the series 48-38-2 over the Tennessee High Vikings. Will be at the Stone Castle, ready to go there. Other games coming up Friday night. In our region, Volunteer goes to Claiborne. Cherokee will host Campbell County. Granger, the Grizzlies, will be at home to Union. You've got Greenville hosting the Upperman Bees. That's an interesting matchup, I thought. Also, out of the region, Northview Academy on a Thursday night encounter will host Unicoi County. Seymour will be hosting Pigeon Forge. Sullivan East, losing to Johnson County on the road, will be back home with their home opener against the Black Knights of Chucky Doak. Our game will have Elizabethton at Tennessee High. J.I. Burton will be at United to battle the Rangers Friday night. Other games you've got coming up around the region for Friday, you have South Green at Daniel Boone, Crockett hosting West Ridge, Dobbins Vineyard hosting Asheville, North Carolina, the Hampton Bulldogs on Friday night at Happy Valley. That's their new home away from home. They'll be hosting Johnson County. On Thursday, Happy Valley at home. They're home away from home. It's not home away from home. It's their home on the turf hosting Cloudland. So they're sharing the field. One plays Thursday this week, one plays Friday. Happy Valley Thursday against Cloudland. Hampton Friday at home at Happy Valley against Johnson County. Let's see. Is that pretty much it as far as our local teams going up and get? Eric Wilson is here. He just scooted out the door. We'll get him on here in just a second. So that's where we are. Pizza Inn. The all-you-can-eat buffet for $10.99. You can't beat it, folks. 18 pizzas at any given time. 12 regular pizzas, 6 dessert pizzas. And then, of course, you throw in on top of that the salad bar and the 3 different pastas. And then you throw on top of that the dessert. That would be the chocolate pudding or Jell-O. All that for $10.99 all day, every day. Can't beat it. There's no way you can go home and make that. So let's take a look at college football. It starts on Thursday. Of course, last week you had the top 25 game in Dublin, Ireland. And so now we start on Thursday in earnest. 25th ranked Boise State will be – there he is. Come on in here, Bubba. Boise will get his take on some of these games. Well, because this guy's a sports guru over and above running a really good restaurant here. Come on in here and sit down, sir. We're here at the Pizza Inn. Look at him. Look at that handsome rascal. Look at him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You look better, man.
No.
The hair?
No. You are a handsome dude.
Certainly dressed better, I'd say.
Well, you're trying to run a restaurant. You are running a restaurant.
Thank you.
$10.99. 12 pizzas, 6 dessert pizzas. The pastas, if I can get them. Rotini noodles, Alfredo noodles, and spaghetti.
Yes, sir.
Look
Yep.
there. You can't get anything past me. You get chocolate pudding down on the other end. You've got the salad down on the other end of the buffet. What am I leaving off? Jell-O?
Mm-hmm. Jell-O, peaches.
Right about the peaches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peaches.
We try to have cottage cheese, but it just goes so fast. You know, like
Oh, really?
We have it for 2 or 3 days after we get our truck order, and then
Gone.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
$10.99, folks. Evening buffet is
$12.99.
$12.99.
Yes, sir.
Senior buffet is
$8.99. You
Kids
got it.
eat free on Tuesdays.
Tuesday night. Yep.
There. So we're going to talk fundraisers here in a second, because this is the time of year you could be in here doing fundraisers for your school, your organization, your club. All right, we got some football games on Friday. We're going to run down some of these are. I'm not going to fool with Boise State and South Florida or Illinois and Western Illinois. Let's get into the big boy football. Saturday, top-ranked Texas at number 3, Ohio State at 12 o'clock in Columbus. Who takes that one, big guy? Who you like? Buckeyes at home or Texas?
I would pick Texas. I think a lot of people I've talked to like Ohio State. But, you know, they've got a new quarterback coming in this year, which Texas kind of does too. But I think we know a little bit more about Arch Manning than Julian Sand. And I just kind of feel like it's Texas's year, you know.
Is Arch Manning the real deal? Is he overrated? To be determined.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It would be hard for me to say. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got the right last name, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So that's step one.
Just saw where Peyton just put his kid in 8th grade, Marshall Manning, who is enrolled at Chattanooga Baylor, the prep school. So I'd say he could probably throw a football too. Haven't heard much about him, but I can only assume that he can sling a football like his father.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tennessee, 24th ranked Tennessee against the Syracuse Big Orange, 12 o'clock. Or the Orange or Big Orange, whatever they call it. They don't call themselves the Orangemen anymore because it's not politically correct. Don't get me started. Tennessee and Syracuse, 12 o'clock in Atlanta. Who gets that one? How big a game is this for Tennessee?
I mean, you want to start the season on a good note. I think we're favored by 2 touchdowns. I think it's 13.5 is the line. And I think we touched on this last time you were in here. I think for Tennessee this year, it's going to be the opposite of what it was last year. I think we'll be, instead of praying for a first down on offense, we'll be praying for a stop on defense. I think we'll be able to move the ball and put it in the end zone, but I don't know if our defense can be any better than it was last year. And I don't know if the offense can be any worse.
Number 2, Penn State, Nevada. Number 3 or number 5, Georgia. Upset special of the week. Get ready. I'm just telling you right now. My alma mater, the Thundering Herd, will go into Athens, Georgia. It'll look like a Swiffer mop, mopping up the Bulldog. It's going to be ugly. Upset special of the week. The Thundering Herd, 3:30 kickoff between the hedges. Big upset. Mark it down. Thundering Herd.
It's bold.
Big talk
Yeah.
for a team that lost 25 guys from the transfer portal and a coach. Big talk. But what the heck? Somebody's out there giggling right now, so that's all right. If I can make somebody giggle, that's good. 8th-ranked Alabama, Tallahassee, to battle the Seminoles of Florida State. Is this a signature game for Florida State? They can pull this thing off?
Alabama's got a kid that their starting quarterback, Ty Simpson. He was at the the state tournament. This was Elizabethton, I believe, when we won 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
Ty Simpson was playing against Hampton.
Yep.
And I think he ended up winning that game.
That did.
But we'll see what he's made of. He's got to go, you said, to Tallahassee, right? That game's at Florida State.
Yep.
It's going to be tough. He's not really seen much time, but he's got a good roster around him. And Kalen DeBoer put Washington in a really good place a few years ago. So we'll see what he can do for Ty Simpson. I would expect a close game. And I can't pick against Alabama. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Nick Saban's still somewhere.
He's somewhere lurking. You got it.
Yeah.
All right, other ranked game. All these teams are playing some cupcakes. We'll go down through all the games in a minute, but he's busy trying to run a restaurant, so only get the big games. 9th-ranked LSU at number 4, Clemson, on Saturday evening. Dabo and the boys, they're getting a lot of preseason hype. They're going to be one of those teams running for a national championship. Do you agree or disagree?
I think the defense is legit from what I have read. I don't love the quarterback at Clemson as much as everyone else. He's a seasoned vet, but I don't know if he can throw the football the way you need to win a championship. LSU, however, does have a quarterback who's capable of doing that. Garrett Nussmeier.
Yep.
And I actually like Brian Kelly a lot more than most people. I like that guy.
Yep.
But that game's probably going to be played at night, right? And
It is. 7:30.
It's hard to win a night game on the road in an atmosphere like, I guess they're both Death Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have to pick Clemson, but I'll be cheering for LSU,
There you go.
and hopefully the SEC will win.
East Tennessee State opens up against Murray State. Buck's new coach. A lot of enthusiasm 6 miles down the road, so we're hoping it'll be a good start for the Buccaneers taking on Murray State, the Racers, in their season opener for Buck football. So it's here. It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to do week number 2 already. I said it's all summer long. In fact, last time I was here, I said we wait, get through dead period, then we get into fall camp, start the season. Here we are, week number 2. Boom, Sean will be here in a few minutes to talk about it. We go to Tennessee I to battle the Vikings. So if you're an organization out there wants to raise money or needs to raise money, an easy way to make money and a fundraiser is to have people come in and eat at Pizza Inn. It's real simple. Tell them how they can do that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Monday nights from 4 to 9, we can schedule a fundraiser. You probably want to do it at least 3 or 4 weeks in advance. Therefore, you can advertise. But we let you guys take home 12% of what you bring in.
Wow.
And the way that works, we'll email you a flyer, and you guys can print that, pass it out at church or at camp or at school, wherever it is. You can pass out a physical copy of the flyer, or you can email it out, which you could probably reach a lot more people doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And they can show us the flyer when they come into the restaurant. We'll attach it to their ticket, and at the end of the night, we'll tally up 12% of what they've brought in.
There you
And
go.
we'll write them a check.
There you go, folks. It's just that easy. 12%. 12 cents on the dollar goes in your pocket. Not 4%, not 8%, 12%. It's very gracious. And so the key is to bring them in there and eat, bring big groups in. You do this all the time. You have fundraisers going on all the time, don't you?
We do, yeah. The spring and early in the summer, we had a lot scheduled. We've not had as many toward the end here of the summer. I think our last one was maybe Elizabethton's women's soccer team, which they did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they're going to have a good year. But I think Miss Lauren Meyer is the head coach. Yeah, so she did a fabulous job. She was probably more prepared than I was, which is not much of a shock. But no, we enjoy seeing new faces, and you get to help out, I guess your community in a way that they help us and we help them. So it's a win-win.
Why do you have I want to ask,
Yeah.
you have a hot,
Right here?
yeah, pot holder. Is there I'm sure there's a reason why.
Yes, we use that to run our pizza. I'm not sure what it says.
Bake it till you make it.
Yeah, so I've got to take these hot pans with pizza to the buffet,
Gotcha.
and they're not necessarily that hot when you run them out.
Mm-hmm.
But after they've set on the bar, we've got heat lamps, and so the pans are made of metal.
They're hot.
Which that's a conductor, right? Not an insulator.
Conductor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so they get really warm.
Absorbs the heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't have one of these hot pads, you'll burn your hand up pretty good. So I take one of these home with me every night and forget to bring it back. And we go over to Dollar Store probably once a week and buy 5 or 6 more. So.
It's okay.
Yep.
In closing here, you're always hiring. You're looking for new people to come in and help. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Always. Yeah.
What? Just come in and apply in person? Is that what you do?
Yeah. We've got applications, paper applications in the kitchen. You always really need more help, I think, in your kitchen. Everyone wants to serve. You get to be out here with people, and you make a little bit more money. So, really, a kitchen staff is hard to find. That's why my younger brother's working here and his friend. Family, they always say that it's your greatest ally, right?
That's it.
True, yeah.
You can fall back on your family.
Yep.
So in a typical day, I've never ever asked you this. A typical day, do you ever know how many pizzas you make on that buffet? Run them out there in a day's time? Because there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, you guys are humming those pizzas out all day long.
Yeah.
If you had to guess,
Monday is a little bit slower, so today it won't be as many as maybe yesterday.
But on the average?
weekend. Yeah. Gosh, I mean, 300 maybe today. And then hopefully Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you get up to 5, 6.
there you
I don't
go.
really want to think about that,
It
you know.
scares you,
Yeah. Those are
You
the,
think about that, 300 pizzas on a Monday going out. And they crank it, folks. And, again, you can come in there and enjoy it for $10.99. Then once the dinner evening starts, it's $12.99. So you can't go wrong with that. You have 18 pizzas at any given time, 12 regulars, 6 dessert, 3 pastas. Again, the rotini noodles, the Alfredo noodles, spaghetti. Then you got the salad bar. You got the Jello. You got the pudding. You got the peaches. Got all that again for $10.99. You can't make it for that. Couldn't begin to make it. I was talking to Andrew before you got here from the credit union. I said, I don't bake, I don't cook, so I would guess you couldn't go to Food City and get the dough, the tomato sauce, the toppings, the cheese, whatever, and make a pizza at home on your own for $10.
I don't think it's
No.
possible, no.
$10.99 for 18 at any given time, all day, every day. Good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Yep, love coming over here. You're the man.
No,
By
no,
the way, he
thank you.
is picking again the player of the game. On Friday night, we picked Braden Rainwater. We picked Jack Blevins. We picked Justice Wallen. Eddie Pleasant and I did pick them, so all 3 of those guys will get a free buffet at Pizza Inn. And they'll come in, they'll hit it hard, and boys can probably put down some grub, I'd say.
Yeah. That was a competitive game, wasn't it?
That was a great game.
Yeah.
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 And
There's
so
a rain delay or something to start
lightning delay for an
yeah.
hour. Yeah.
So we had it on TV here. That's something to be proud of, though. I mean, go over there and keep that game close. It's a good start for
Yep.
them. So.
I think so, too. I think we'll be okay. It's a 6A school. They're a big school. They're literally a big football team. We hung with them.
Yep.
And play here, play there. Could have been a different outcome, but it wasn't. And that's the way it goes. My coach is here right now. So we're going to take a break. We'll let him get in here. We'll be right back after this. We're live here at Pizza Inn. As we are, working our way through show number 2,347. A lot of talking. 2-3-4-7. Coach Switten's here with us. Also, Gary's here with us. We'll talk a little Kentucky football. We're excited about that. And we'll do that coming up here in a few minutes. Right after this timeout, we'll check in with Coach Sean Witten on the Tom Douglas Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. A lot of furniture stores. Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishing, sir?
We have a lot of reasons. We're homegrown. Our kids are in the local schools, local sports. We support as many as we can. We take our money, goes to the local banks, stays in the local banks, and you support local. The money just turns around and just re-thunder it back into the community. We've been here a long time, and we proud to be in Elizabethton. I would never move anywhere else. We love this town, and our kids love this town. It's unusual. Chris and Eric, when they were little, 6, 8 years old, they come to us and say, I don't never want to leave this town. I want to always live here, and they both live here. And you couldn't beat them out of Elizabethton, I don't think. So, we live in a great area. We were great people. It's just a great place to live, and we're glad to have a business here.
Be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Hours are open.
Open 10 to 6 during the week, 9 to 5 on Saturday. We can open on special hours. If somebody needs a late at night appointment, we can do that. So,
How do we find you on social media?
Just put in Cannon Sign Home Furnishings. You'll see Facebook. Our Facebook page comes up. Now on Facebook each week, we do 10 to 15 specials. It's just super deals. So check that out. And then of course our website is cannonshomestore.com. Great website. It's getting better. We are working on it, and it's a good website now, but it's going to be even better in the future.
Great sponsor, the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Be loyal, buy local, shop and buy it in Betsy downtown at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, show number 2347. Here's what I like about Sean Whitten. If you win, he's here. If he loses, he's here.
Yeah.
Because he'll find something positive to talk about. And we should, because there's a lot of good positives. Appreciate you coming. So, heck of a game Friday night. We'll get into the nuts and bolts off the top of your head. What's your comment? What's your opinion?
A team showed a lot of fight, a lot of grit. We made a great comeback. Got off to a slow start and made a few adjustments. God played their hearts out. We executed when we needed to. Still had opportunities to win the game. A really tough team. In the trenches. The size and the depth that they had at the running back position. We allowed them to get some easy first downs at times, third and long. Actually wasn't really our best down, but we showed a lot of heart, a lot of relentless effort. Didn't play that many people on offense and defensive sides. Guys sucked it up, and just really proud of our guys. Just didn't have any cramping. They just did a great job. Being resilient, and I think the future's bright for us as we make some corrections and. Sun comes up and knock the dust off, get yourself ready to go for the next time.
John Wayne says, get up out of the dirt, dust yourself off, get ready for Tennessee High. So let's touch on that. Every year we go over there, and most teams we play, the other team will have a lot of cramps, and we don't. What do we do so we don't?
Well, it's just extra conditioning, and you try to be proactive as much as you can and get a head start on that. I think the guys did that. Just the Pedialyte, the hydration, the nutrition. Thanks to Lee Woodby, we fed those guys chicken and rice on Monday. We had a bowl of spaghetti on Wednesday. Just a lot of electrolytes and pregame the day before, and try to get those guys off their feet, which they obviously did. But it's obviously tough. When you play linebacker and running back or defensive line, offensive line. Those small things, and guys got to step up and make plays. It's just really hard. Our roster's divided in half. Sometimes in scrimmages you put some young guys in some tough situations. It's kind of hard sometimes when you go against a 6A team with that much dynamic athleticism to put some young guys out there in some situations that are just not quite ready yet. So older guys based off experience, got to do their best job and get out there and play.
We're talking to Coach Whitten. We're live here at Pizza Inn with the buffets, $10.99 during the day and $12.99 in the evening. So you look at this game. We said it when I know you've been around you enough. I told Coach Plessis this on the air. We both did. You wait and see. This lightning delay will help us because we came out. We were kind of trying to find ourselves, dug ourselves a 14-0 hole. It looked like, and it's very much to me, that you went and made adjustments during that lightning delay. We came back out. We were a different football team.
Well, we did. Our first two offensive drives were not great. We lacked the physicality. A lot of it could have been nerves. A lot of it could have been. We got a lot. Got a lot of things we want to do offensively, and we only had 6 plays. At the end of the first quarter, with the lightning delay, it's 1:40 seconds left. I mean, they've had over 20 plays of offense. And we're just trying to catch our breath there a little bit defensively. So we made some few adjustments there, and we regrouped. It helped us there to kind of catch our breath and make some adjustments, which we did. Guys came back out and we put some stuff together. So just really proud of our guys. The way that the football is all a game about adjustments. You especially in the first ball game, as big as that game is, there's so much to adjust to, and I thought our guys did a good job at that.
Passing, we were 212 yards. They were 129. Rushing the ball, we had 27 total yards. They had 235, so that obviously will improve. I thought the penalties. Science had 6. I knew they were double digits. They had 16 penalties for 130 yards. And again, total yards of the ball game, 364 them, 239 for us. Again, we got a slow start. But once we got going, it was a heck of a football game, and as we all know. And so a play here, a play there could have been a difference in that game. So, coming out of that game, injury-wise, we in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I mean, we got some bumps and bruises. Got us pretty sore. We got to continue to build our depth and get guys to understand when they get the opportunity, they got to make most of it there. And then when we substitute, there can't be no drop off, and guys got to really kind of understand who they are. And when you get a young defensive tackle in there, his job's not to make the play, his job is to clog up the gap. And so we just got to do a little bit more team first mentality there, and doing their assignments. They did a good job a little bit, of going to 2 tight ends to spread. Defensively, you got to do a good job of getting lined up. I thought they created problems there, and then when you substitute, the next guy's going to get lined up. It's not necessarily been in there the whole time, and we're asking guys to do the same on both sides. You got to get your best people out there and play both sides, and so you got to take a deep breath. You got to kind of think a little bit before the ball snaps of what I've got to do, what my assignment is. But we really came alive on our third drive. We moved the ball a little bit. I thought at times it showed what kind of football team we can be when we executed some plays that we needed to. We dug deep in the bag of the playbook, and Justin came through and made some plays for us there, and then we had an opportunity to do some other things, but just we got down on the red zone. We converted there when we needed to. So you look back and put a couple plays here and there, could have gone their way. A couple plays could have gone our way. We had an opportunity there to take the lead at 21-20. There's a lot of things. I don't know if there's ever, in my 19 years, everything kind of happened in one game. Several block kicks. The field position obviously was critical. Our first 2 drives were from the 20. You got to go 80 yards to score. That's tough against a team like Science Hill. And then, I thought the turning point in the game really, Tom, was, we stopped them and blocked the field goal. We go back out, we throw an interception. We go back out on defense. We hold them to a missed field goal.
Yep.
I mean, I thought right there, all right, we're going to win this football game. So just credit to our guys stepping up, making plays. Continue to fight, having that grit, that tenacity. That's really what East Tennessee high school football is all about.
Well, if you step back, look at this game in a microcosm. You have a young football team. We dig ourselves a hole, 14-0 on the road against Science Hill. 101st meeting. We've talked about it all summer, how big this game is. So these guys could have, in my opinion, could have easily folded their tents. We're talking about the Cyclones, and they didn't. We go in for an hour lightning delay, which is unusual, of course, to have that stoppage. Had all the momentum of this game, and everybody just had to clear the stands and just kind of wait around, see if we even want to play. We come back, and you readjusted in that locker room. Those kids came back out and played, and I told Eddie on the air, I said, I'm excited about this football team because they showed me, as you talk about, down in the dirt and the grit, they showed me Cyclone football. We're gonna make a statement this year.
Yeah, as long as we make the corrections we need to. Defensively, it's a lot. You gotta you gotta get to the next game, make some adjustments. But You know, I mean, Science Hill's big. You know, I mean, they block good. They got deep at running back. I mean, those three guys are as good as we've seen. Anderson at the outside linebacker position. You know, the one pick we threw, he makes a one-hand interception, and kid made plays. You know, and then, you know, we didn't do, you know, some of the simple things that you kind of take for granted for. You know, we got them in short yardage down and distance and gave them some easy first downs. We got them in long yardage situations. They were kind of able to run the ball there, and then, you know, I thought they did a good job of getting their backs involved in the passing game, you know, which we try to do as well. But, you know, I thought, you know, guys like Justice Wallen had a big game. You know, Justin stepped up, had a big game. Zach made some great catches. You know, Jack did a phenomenal job at the corner position there. And, you know, a lot of times you're on an island there. And I thought our guys in the trenches, you know, the Loveday boys, and then, you know, Rainwater, Colin McGovern, you know, Riley Jones was extremely active, extremely involved on the defensive end. You know, sometimes it's just one play here and there that settles the difference. But, you know, that's a tough game to prepare for. Game one, you know, game two, it could be a different thing once you get a game under your belt. But, you know, there's a reason why we play that game first. There's a reason why it's been the first game for 101 meetings. It's a tough game that shows you a lot about your team. You know, I thought we did a lot of great things, and then at the times, you know, we gave them opportunities. But that happens when you play a really good football team, and so you know, you got to regroup. You know, make the corrections necessarily. You know, we got, you know, football's a marathon. It's not a sprint. There's a lot of season left to play, but there's no bigger game than this week. You know, against an uncommon opponent, maybe a team we've not played in a decade. You know, both teams are, you know, starving for a win, and, you know, we're on the road again, so it's going to be a tough challenge.
So every time you come here, every year we sit down and visit each week, and I appreciate you coming. You always tell me, hold on there, get up, old frog, that you usually see the biggest improvement in your football team from week 1 to week 2. So that's what we're looking for. You go to Tennessee I. What's the scouting report on this team?
Well, I mean, it's you know, we don't know much about them because we haven't played them in a while. But you know, they kind of similarities to us. You know, they got 2 quarterback system there. They got a number of running backs there. You know, they do a good job of, you know, they got some good size and good athleticism. I mean, you know, they like to run the ball, physical, you know, and they're just, you know, especially being at their place. I mean, everybody knows that, you know, especially not playing a team in a decade, you know, that this game's circled on the calendar. You know, a lot of Bristol, Tennessee Viking fans want to see Lisbon come into town. You know, it's a big win, big opportunity for them. You know, and so, you know, their week 3 game is against Johnson City, which is obviously a tough contest. So, you know, this is a one where they think they can squeeze out a win. So just got to get back to work, and, you know, got a lot of season left to play. And but it's a lot like college time. You know, high school. You know, the landscape's kind of changed a little bit because rosters changed, and, you know, you get, you know, sometimes you have coaching turnovers, changes, and then, you know, a lot of these schools that, you know, haven't been successful, you know, when you can add different players, and, you know, you can go from being a third-team player on one team, you know, to a starter on another team. You know, things change. So, you know, I think that, you know, there's some teams on our schedule, you know, they have an opportunity to be 3-0, 4-1, or 4-0, 5-0 when they play us. And so, you know, they just, you know, when your confidence is high, you're gonna get everybody's best challenge, and that's what we got to understand. And so, you know, we got to be focused, and, you know, we got to be ready to go, and hopefully, you know, the guys that get banged up got to get back full healthy, and we need, you know, it's team first mentality. That's the thing. Whether, you know, we're running the ball, whether we're throwing it, you know, whatever it may be, you know, whether we're in spread, whether we're in tight end, whether we're in multiple backs, you know, it's whatever it takes to win and get to the next week.
It will be the 89th meeting up there Friday night. We lead the series 48-38-2, so it'll be meeting number 89 between the Cyclones and the Vikings all time, so it's a long time. 89's a lot of years. We played Bristol and now Tennessee Iron football. We have a JV game tonight, do we not?
Yeah, we're excited about getting our young guys. We got a number of young guys that worked really hard. You know, half of our team is made up of freshmen and sophomores. A good portion of our team is made up of a lot of freshmen, so we're excited to see those guys play tonight, get some opportunities, and then you know, there's a growing part of it. We, you know, been around long enough to know that, you know, our JV games matter. We play a number of them. We play a lot of the same teams twice. You know, it's about getting better and getting the experience. And, when you play a JV game tonight against Johnson City, they've got over 100 kids on the roster. There's a lot of kids that don't get to play on Friday night. They're going to get out there on Monday. So, it's a great opportunity for our guys to take the next step to try to build that depth, and we're excited about it. We don't go play a B team game or a JV game and just do whatever. We're coaching on the sideline. We're trying to do whatever it takes to put these guys in, get the next ones ready. We've had successful JV seasons. It's developmental.
Sure.
And we'll get those guys out there and see what we can do.
It'll be at Johnson City.
Yep, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock kickoff. And then Thursday, the Fighting Cyclones at T.A. Duggar play their final road game before we get them at home for 4. We'll stream all 4 home games. So they will be at Sevier at J. Fred Johnson Stadium on Thursday. They're 2-0 under Brock Pittman, and the JV is 1-0. So that's got to be pleasing to look down and know those guys are undefeated.
The middle school plays a very tough schedule. Had a nail biter last Thursday over at Johnson City.
8-7.
8-7 game, and you play Sevier, Robinson, Greenville. Those types of teams. It's tough. You got Liberty Bell towards the end of the year. It's tough. So those guys showed a lot of effort, and they had 3 turnovers in the first half. Came back. They played. Indian Trail had some very good players. Another necessary type kid was on the roster there. I don't know if I really want to see another necessary for Johnson City, but it's just tough. And you find a way to win at the end. So credit those guys for working really hard, and that's why you win those games because the work they put in the summer as well. I mean, they're probably the hardest working middle school bunch that we've got. Coaches and players included. They're out there grinding as much as we are as a high school unit, and that's great to see.
Friday night's kickoff at the Stone Castle, 7 or 7:30?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. We'll be there ready to go. Thanks for coming by.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Always.
Go Cyclones. Appreciate him very much. Again, ready to go. It'll be the 89th meeting Friday night. We'll be there. Richard Van Us, yours truly bringing it to you. Have not been told yet. We're keeping our fingers crossed we can stream it. I've not been told to the contrary, but I think we went up there and did basketball. They didn't care. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you a camera, a video shot of the ball game on Friday night. If not, we'll do audio. The Cyclones and the Tennessee Vikings in the 89th meeting between the two. We lead the series 48-38-2. We'll take a break. We got some SEC football to take a look at. My man's in the house, Gary Rowe. He joins us next. He's a Kentucky Wildcat fan. We won't take long to talk about Wildcat football, I don't think. I think it'll be a quick blurb on the screen, and we'll get into some of the big boy football because I know Kentucky's probably struggling going into the season, so we'll see. We'll let him tell you that. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're here live again. We are at Pizza Inn with the buffet. He's here every day, all day, $10.99, and you roll right back into it for $12.99 in the evenings. It's a great value, folks. You can't beat it. By the way, the Steins are here today. Robert and Crystal in here just kind of have a little Axel's in school, but the Steins are here enjoying lunch, so which I thought was very sweet of them to come by. They're good people. You don't get any better than Robert and Crystal Steins. Of course, Axel is Axel Stein Shines. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk SEC football next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell us what you all do.
So we're an accounting firm in Bristol, Tennessee. Crystal McDuffie is the owner. She's number 7 on the football team, Will McDuffie's mom. So the business is called McDuffie & Associates. We do have 2 locations. We have one in Bristol, Tennessee, and then one in Boone, North Carolina. We offer full-service accounting. We can do QuickBooks Online training, accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll. We're pretty much full service.
You do corporations and companies and individuals, right?
Right, yeah, we do. We focus a lot on small businesses, the people who, they go out and work every day, they come home, they're looking at their books, they don't understand it, and that's what we're there for.
Absolutely, help them out. Phone number is 423-968-9112. How do we find you on social media?
So you can find us online at statax.com.
There you go. New sponsor, glad to have them on board, Stanfield Thomas & Associates, sponsors of Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Well, that didn't sound good. Surely you can beat Toledo, so I hope. He's not big on Kentucky football right now. A lot of folks aren't. Gary Rose with us, pastor of Fairview Baptist Church, and also a big sports guy. Appreciate you guys started one yet?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah, the 3rd.
Awesome program.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. By the way, I want to say thanks. We spoke yesterday at Caldwell Springs Baptist Church for Pastor Henshaw, and I love Doug, and they were very kind and gracious, much like when we came to your place earlier in the summer.
Yeah, good folks there. I pastored there a few years ago.
Did you
Just
really?
For a short time, yeah. Good people.
They are good people. So, and you got good people too.
Yeah,
so,
we sure do.
Yep. We're blessed with some great churches around here worshiping the Lord.
Yeah.
Who is worthy, to say the least. All right, SEC football.
Yeah.
Let's get in and talk about the big boy game. Well, let's talk about the cupcakes first.
Yeah.
Arkansas, Alabama A&M, Florida, Long Island. They're not playing on Long Island. That's who they are. That's who the team is, Long Island. I've never even heard of them.
I didn't even know they existed.
No. Ole Miss has Georgia State. Mississippi State has Southern Miss. That could be an interesting ball game.
That could be interesting.
That could be a good one. That could be an upset special. Hello to Dustin Henson. That's a new name. Thank you. Hello, Jimmy Stout down in Georgia watching. Thank you, sir. Missouri plays Central Arkansas. We'll talk about their schedule in a minute. Oklahoma has Illinois State. The Hokies in South Carolina and Atlanta. Ooh, that's a good one. South Carolina, Virginia Tech. Who do you like there?
Ooh, I think this could be. I say this about every year about South Carolina, but I think this could be a year they kind of emerge as competitor.
Think so?
I think so.
All right.
I think they're on their trajectory is in the right path. I think
they're getting a lot of pub this year.
They are.
With Sellers, the quarterback, thinking they're going to go places with this guy. So we'll see. But
good coaching.
Yeah, Beamer's a heck of a coach, just like his daddy was.
Yeah.
By the way, while I'm thinking about it, speaking of coaches, we lost a good one yesterday. Wes Holly, longtime softball coach at Milligan. What a class gentleman.
Yeah.
And he's with the Lord now. He was a man of faith.
Sure. I went and visited with him last week, and his daughter and granddaughter go to our church, and he had told one of his sons, he said, "I'm tired and I'm ready to meet Jesus," and so went on comfort care for just a short time, and then he, as I tell families, his faith became sight. So
his faith became sight.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good right there.
Dinger.
That's a bell ringer. Texas A&M and University of Texas San Antonio. Then Vanderbilt has Georgia Southern. Let's look at the Missouri schedule. We'll get into the big boy games here in a second. So Missouri has this year. You talking about a pie schedule?
Yeah, 8 of 12 at home.
Central Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana Lafayette, South Carolina, and UMass all at home. Then they have Alabama at home. They go to Auburn. They go to Vanderbilt. They come back home for Texas A&M, Mississippi State at home. They go to Oklahoma and they go to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know I don't know how they pulled that off, but that was this could be with their offense, and they're going to be relatively healthy. Probably get to play deep into their personnel in those first 4 or 5 games, so they're going to be fresh going into conference play, into stiff conference play. So with their high-powered offense, they could very well emerge as a contender in the SEC.
Yeah. We'll go down Major League Baseball coming up in a minute. By the way, Evan Carter's out till September the 19th with a broken wrist.
Yeah.
Man, he can't get a break.
He can't.
Cannot get a break. So Evan Carter's on the IL for the Rangers till September the 19th with a broken wrist. Man, got hit in an at-bat appearance, got hit on the wrist and broke it. So tough. All right, let's go down alphabetically. Alabama, Florida State in Tallahassee. Crimson Tide or the Seminoles?
I'm going with the Tide on that.
Think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pivotal year for Florida State. I just don't. There's some kind of disconnect there in Tallahassee. I don't know what it is, but I think this could be an end of an era. I think, kind of year.
Norvell keeps saying he's got the team this year. I don't know
Yeah.
whether that's trying to save his job, but he's saying the Seminoles are the real deal. We'll see.
Stoops has been saying that for 10 years.
Yeah. We'll get to Kentucky in a minute because he's not happy as a Kentucky guy. All right, you've got Clemson hosting or LSU going to Clemson. What do you think about that one?
That's going to be that should be outside of the obvious Texas and Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be one heck of a game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It depends on LSU's defense this year. Offensively, LSU is. They got their quarterback back.
Mm-hmm.
He's a slinger. They're going to have athletes. They always do. Defensively is their weak spot, which is unusual for them. It just depends. Depends on how the defense is improved. I think Clemson probably goes in as a little bit of a favorite, but we'll see what kind of defense shows up for LSU.
Clemson probably has somewhat of an advantage because they're at home.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a great football game.
Yeah, for sure.
And so Cade Klubnik has got to step up and show that he's the dude, and I think he will. But
I think so too.
Yeah.
They're going to be stout.
Tennessee, Syracuse, Atlanta. What do you think?
Tennessee should roll on that one.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Texas, Ohio State. Longhorns preseason number 1 in Columbus against the Buckeyes. Who takes that one, you reckon?
I'm just looking forward to being a spectator for that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Texas just because I like how Arch Manning is in the minority now, that he has stuck with his team even though he didn't start and get all the time that everybody thinks that he should. He stayed with his team. He's stayed the course, and so I think he's going to come in and do a good job. I think he's legit. He's loyal, and I think he's a very intelligent quarterback. So I think Texas, I'm going to take them as a little bit of an edge in that one.
The upset special of the week, folks. You're hearing it right here, right now, between the hedges in Athens, Georgia. The Thundering Herd of Marshall University.
Yeah, go Herd.
It'll be a Swiffer game. They're going to mop them up like a Swiffer mop.
Yeah.
The Thundering. He didn't say it very convincingly. Yeah, Tom, whatever you want to say, buddy. I've got more flack over this. They said, you really think Marshall's going to win? No, I don't. But do I like to jerk your chain? Yes, I do. But no, they lost all those guys. Georgia's loaded, so Georgia's going to make a run. Their quarterback's still up in the air, of course, how good he's going to be. Stockton, but we'll see. But he's got a supporting cast. They got some phenomenal players in Athens. So,
yeah,
and I'm sure there's a quarterback in the waiting is probably just as good as Stockton. So we'll see. But they've got Marshall at home. So
yeah,
Kentucky. Let's go down the schedule. They've got Toledo on Saturday. Can they beat Toledo?
They can. They'll struggle. They struggled with them last year. MAC teams. I'm trying to be positive.
Maybe we don't want to go down the schedule. If he thinks he's going to struggle against Toledo, it could be a. This could be a.
Well, my prediction. I think this could be the year we lose to a MAC school or we lose to a mid-major. Just because there's been so much turnaround. Now, I think they've got some pieces that are decent. But I do see them struggling with either Toledo or Eastern Michigan. I really think they always do. Every year they'll struggle with a team like that.
That will not be well for Stoops if he's struggling against those guys. He's in trouble anyway.
He's already on the hot seat. Has been since last year.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, Barnhart is. I don't know if they're golfing buddies. I don't know, but they he adores him. Continues to pay him. At one time, he was the third highest coach in the SEC at $8 million a year for mediocrity, and I just don't understand it. But this year I think will be the final deal because empty stands kind of tells the story.
Yeah.
So
yep, if the turnstiles aren't clicking, and the donors aren't giving money, it gets your attention pretty quick.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Remember, John Gruden last week said he'd like to coach in the SEC somewhere sometime.
Yeah,
so,
I'd help him move.
Yeah. So Toledo you think, the W. Ole Miss at home?
Nah, we lose to Ole Miss. I'm not sure. I'm being honest. I'm not sure that that there's a conference game that we are an obvious favorite. Vandy there's always the Vandy game. Kentucky fans say there's always Vandy. But even that's turned into more of a 60-40 than a 50-50 with that game. So I don't see us winning any games against good schools this year.
So 1-1. Eastern Michigan, don't know. South Carolina and Columbia, L.
Yes.
Georgia there, loss.
Yes.
Texas at home, loss.
Yes.
Tennessee at home, loss.
Yes.
Playing at Auburn, loss.
Yes.
Florida there, Florida and Lexington, loss.
Yes.
Tennessee Tech and Lexington,
Win.
So you got 2. Vanderbilt and Nashville, up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Louisville
Loss.
at Louisville.
Loss.
So you're 2-10.
Yeah.
Or 3-9.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, that ain't gonna get it done.
Potentially
of course.
4-8 if you can. If you beat Vandy, you beat Eastern Michigan. You're 4-8. Even beyond my dislike for Stoops' coaching, it's just SEC is as coaches always say, that talking about the Jimmies and Joes, and Kentucky, they lost so much personnel, including coaching, after last season. They've brought in some pieces. I just don't think in the gauntlet of the SEC they've got the Jimmies and Joes this year to compete. I just don't think it's there. They've got some size on defense. Their defensive line's pretty good size. Secondary, they get everybody back, and it was a secondary that actually shut down Ole Miss last year. So that's what I'm saying. They've got some pieces. Their quarterback, I think, just turned 50. He was a guy that I think he started at A&M. If you recall, he led A&M against and beat number 1 Alabama back in 2019. He's 24.
He's 24 years old.
24. He tried. So I was being serious.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh mercy, Zach. Mercy sakes, his last name has eluded me. It's like Calzada or something like that. Hold on a second, I'll get it for you. But he led A&M to well, I thought I had it here for you, Tom, but it's not handy. But anyways, led A&M back in I believe 19 against number 1 Alabama.
Pull up the magic book here.
Yeah, there you go.
I get to the SEC.
Yeah, I had it pulled up.
Florida, LSU, Kentucky. Here we go. Who am I looking for? The quarterback?
Yeah. So Cutter Boley was competing for it. Then they brought this fella in. There he is, Zach Calzada.
Zach Calzada.
Yeah.
Senior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like a 10th year senior.
This book's predicting Kentucky be 15th in the league this year.
Yeah. I mean, that's
wow.
Probably accurate.
Yeah. So
and when I say Toledo probably should have beat Kentucky a year or two ago, they always struggle with an out-of-conference opponent who they should really run over top of. They always struggle at least once, and so whether it's Eastern Michigan or whether it's Toledo, I don't know, but it's going to be one of the two or both. I mean, it's going to be a tough year. It really is.
Give me the finishing order in closing, or give me the finishing order you feel like in the SEC. 1, 2, 3.
Oh mercy. Gosh, it's so hard to tell. I mean, you've got to probably have Texas up there, and probably Georgia up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the third one's up for grabs. I think it's just injuries, how schedules fall, and teams that get on a roll. I think it's wide open for that third team. Whether it's whether it was Bama, whether Oklahoma makes a comeback. I mean, they're the number 1 quarterback in the portal.
LSU.
LSU could be that team.
You mentioned South Carolina. Maybe they can sneak up and be that third team.
South Carolina. Who knows what Ole Miss will be like towards the end of the year? They bring in a new guy too.
And they obviously be Tennessee, folks.
And then Tennessee. That's the thing about this league. They beat each other to death every week.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to really come down, I think, to injuries and momentum. You know, it's because they're all talented. You know, so it's not a matter. I don't think it's even a matter of talent any longer. It's just a matter of who's hot and who's rolling. You know, and who's healthy. Everybody's well coached. Everybody's athletic. Everybody always has players who step up that nobody even knew would be any good. Somebody will emerge as a great athlete, and it always happens. You know, so
I think the interest level for this year, the SEC, is higher than normal because there's so much parity and there's so many unanswered questions. I mean, we just sat down and went through some of them. So, is Arch Manning the real deal?
Yeah.
Can LSU do what they feel like they can do down Baton Rouge? Can Tennessee, without Nico and Aguilar, I mean, what are they going to do? Can Georgia maintain what they, that barometer of success they've had?
Yeah.
Is the sophomore season for DeBoer and Alabama's going to be a turnaround for his season?
Yeah.
You know, it goes on
Who
and
knows?
on.
Yeah.
Can Texas A&M play the spoiler? Or what's going to happen in Columbia?
It
What's
always
happening
happens.
in Missouri? So
I mean, it always happens. Somebody spoils a season.
Yep.
You know, and it happens every year in the SEC. You know, Coach and I were just talking in between segments there. You know, we go to a nine game mandatory conference schedule next year, and then I think one or two games have to be with a Power 5, which means that leaves you 2 games now with or one or 2 games with cream puffs, which means, you know, a lot of these key games are going to be gone, but it won't matter because you're going to have 9 conference games.
Yep.
I mean, that's incredible.
Yep, that's a great point. SEC's adopted the 9-game schedule starting next year, so you got 1 or 2 cream puffs. Well, no, if you're playing 12-game schedule, you have 2 cream puffs. That's it. And cream puffs, what we're talking about, the checkbook team, go beat the dog out and give them a check, send them home to pad your win column.
Yeah.
So, but that's not going to be the case. No, it's going to be big boy football.
Yeah.
10 out of the 12 weeks.
10 out of the 12 weeks, and then because you have to play 1 Power 5. You know, so
it's going to be a grind, but that's what they want to do. It's all about the
money.
All about the money.
Yeah, for sure.
So come back next week. We'll recap the week number 1 if you got time. We'll be back at Chick-fil-A Monday.
Chick-fil-A Monday. Yeah, I'll be glad to.
Come back over there and let's recap, see how this first week went.
Big Blue fans, basketball's around the corner.
They've got the Rockets this week. The Toledo Rockets are coming to Lexington. There you go.
Yeah.
Quick break. We'll be right back. She's here. She did come back. She's going to join us next on the Tom Miller Sports Hits. Tell us what you all do.
So we're an accounting firm in Bristol, Tennessee. Crystal McDuffie is the owner. She's number 7 on the football team, Will McDuffie's mom. So the business is called McDuffie and Associates. We do have 2 locations. We have one in Bristol, Tennessee, and then one in Boone, North Carolina. We offer full-service accounting. We can do QuickBooks Online training, accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll. We're pretty much full service.
You do corporations and companies and individuals, right?
Right, yeah, we do. We focus a lot on small businesses, you know, the people who, they go out and work every day, they come home, they're looking at their books, they don't understand it, and that's what we're there for.
Absolutely, help them out. Phone number is 423-968-9112. How do we find you on social media?
So you can find us online at statax.com.
There you go. New sponsor, glad to have them on board, Stanfield Thomas & Associates, sponsors of Cyclone Football and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On to Travis Constable again with TNS Home Improvements. Tell me what's all about, sir.
Well, we build decks, do porches, roofing, underpinning under mobile homes, a little bit of remodel work, but with the decks and roofing, we just try to stick on that end of things.
Absolutely. And so they've been at it for how many years now?
We've been at it for a little over 3 years now.
3 years. TNS Home Improvements. They go all over the Tri-Cities. You take quotes. You're licensed and bonded, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So I make the phone call. Let's step me through real quick. I make the phone call, get a hold of you, say we're going to come out and see what you got going on and tell me what do you do, take it from there. What happens next?
I'll schedule a day and time to come out and speak with you and give you an estimate, and you just have to say yay or nay, and then we put you on the schedule.
Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook.
Yep. And the phone number is?
423-946-8432.
They've been at it, folks. Again, started with a drill and a Chevy, what was it, Chevy Blazer?
Chevy Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. And now they're up to 5 full-time employees and four part-time employees. They're going great guns. They want to help you. Let them come give you a quote on what you need. TNS Home Improvements, sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports.
Our success is your success.
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Look who came back.
Hi.
She came back. There you go. Now, there's a couple of birthdays today. We'll see if you are you a fan of the group Kiss?
I know of them.
Thank you. That kind of hurts. Okay. That kind of tells my age or her age. Anyway, the lead singer Gene Simmons is 76 today. Do you know about Billy Ray Cyrus?
I do.
Okay, and he's having a birthday today.
Woohoo!
Achy Breaky Heart. And his daughter named Miley?
Yep.
Okay, so he's having a birthday. That's about all I got from that one. So, did you have a good weekend?
I did. Did you?
Absolutely. She likes doing this.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I want to come back and do this. She even jokingly said, you know, someday I may get into this part-time, whatever. So
With Tom, though.
with me. It's a tag team.
Yeah.
So it'd be A&T, it'd be the Autumn and Tom show, so you can get top billing. So what is that how this is going to work?
Yeah.
Okay. It
Yeah,
is?
perfect.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So, all right, let's hit this right here. We want to find out about who she is and what's going on. They're a new sponsor. We're tickled to death about this, so let me hit this button. Let me clear my throat. Don't forget, we got baseball coming up. We've not forgotten baseball and pro football. We've been busy. Had Coach Whitten here and Andrew DeMoss here from Northeast Community Credit Union. We've had Gary Rowe here talking Kentucky and SEC football. Now we have Autumn Burnshausen.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Woohoo!
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. I got your name down. So here we go. Want to talk to this young lady, new sponsor of Cyclone Sports, Tom Douglas Sports Show, STA, Stanfield Thomas and Associates with Autumn. Tell us what it's all about. What do you guys do?
So we offer business tax, individual tax, payroll services, and bookkeeping services to clients. We're basically full service. We can do it from anywhere, so we're pretty accessible.
Yep. The phone number is
423-968-9112.
So you have clients all over the country, so you can remote with what you do with these folks. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir. So we send you a link. We can get in your computer. We can look at everything. For taxes, we can email you a secure link to upload all your documents. So it's pretty accessible. We can do it from anywhere.
Business tax, individual tax, payroll services, bookkeeping. It's a phone call away. 423-968-9112. You're based in Bristol, but you can go anywhere. You're remoting with anybody, anywhere. Stanfield Thomas and Associates, sponsor, brand new sponsor, the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Boom. Commercial
Perfect.
done. Way to go. So you guys have clientele all over the country, right?
Yeah, we really do. We have them Florida, North Carolina, Georgia. I think we have some up in the north too.
So product categories, you guys help restaurants. Who else do you help?
We help restaurants. We do a lot of, people who give services like mowing, plumbing. Plumbing's a big one we have. That's what I can think of off the top of my head. But I think we have a full range of
Construction?
clients. Yeah.
Yeah. So these guys and ladies are busy. They ain't got time to fool with this. So they
Right.
want you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the tax laws are always changing.
Mm-hmm.
From the Biden administration under the Trump administration, and before that was from Obama to Biden, so on and so forth. So it's always changing, and a lot of these small companies, they're trying to keep the lights on and working and keep going. They don't really have time to pull their taxes. That's why they call you all,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So, and you take over for them. So tell me, all right, so I've got a business.
Mm-hmm.
I call you at 968-9112 and say, okay, I want to come. I want you all to take over my services. Help me out. So tell me what happens next.
So usually I'll ask you, like, do you have a QuickBooks account? Or I'll ask you, what kind of company do you have? I kind of want to get to know you at 1st.
Mhm.
And then after that, I say, with your taxes, if you're asking about taxes,
Mhm.
I'll be like, okay, what kind of taxes? Do you have a business? If you have a business, we kind of figure out what kind of business. And then usually I'll try to set you up an appointment with Crystal because, she's a big dog. So
She's a big dog. Yep.
So we'll try to set up an appointment, and if you're far away, we can do that over the phone or email. But if you're close by, we'll try to get you in so we can get to know you.
Yep. So you do payroll services. Tell me about that. What's that mean?
Yes, so we'll run your payroll for you. We'll file all the forms you have to file because there's a lot. Surprisingly, there's a lot of forms like unemployment. We'll do that, just to keep you from being off balance with it.
So you can do somebody who's self-employed, I guess?
Yeah, we can do self-employed. We have a lot of people who are self-employed. We figure all that out.
All the way up to corporate companies with multiple employees. So
yeah, we have one company. They have a lot of employees in different states and stuff, and we figured out a way to do that too.
So especially a company that has people employed in different states, and all the different states have different tax laws. So
Right. Yeah. So
you
that's
guys
really
have to-
cool.
You have to do a lot of continuing ed. You got to stay on top of it, don't you?
Yes, we do. We do have to do some credits every year for that.
Autumn Burnshausen, ladies and gentlemen. So now, are you a football fan? It starts this week in college football. You a college football fan?
Yes, I am. I try to be.
Okay. Who are we following? Who's your team?
I guess UT is what we're following. I've been to a couple games the last couple years, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I usually get the cheapest seats, so it's still fun though. The atmosphere is awesome.
Absolutely, it's awesome. So, she's a Sullivanese grad.
Mm-hmm.
Played softball for the Lady Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a sports lady for sure. So, do you like pro football?
Not too much.
Do you like Major League Baseball?
I'll cheer for who's playing.
Okay.
Whoever's winning.
All right. Do you like basketball?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not a basketball fan.
So you're a football and softball girl.
Yeah.
All right. You follow the balls.
Yes.
What does your husband follow? Who does your husband follow?
UT.
UT all
Yeah.
the way? All
Yeah.
right. There you go. So it's good stuff. These folks are brand new. We love it. We appreciate them being on the list of sponsors. We ran the commercial a lot on Friday night because we had an hour lightning delay. We had a lot of time.
I know. I saw that.
Oh, yes. We had a lot of, but we do want to say thank you because we got our numbers back from Facebook and YouTube. We had right at 19,000 views.
No way.
So, oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's do
That's awesome.
You have your calculator with you?
I got my phone.
All right, does it have a calculator on it?
Okay.
Can you add them up for me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go. Just to validate what I'm saying here. So,
Okay.
all right, we have, you ready to go?
Yep.
32
32,
plus 63
63,
plus 94.
94,
There you go.
189.
Well, you put 2 zeros behind that, so that's 18,900.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
That's
18,000. We
crazy.
picked up another 100 since the show started. So 18,900. So thank you. Saw Autumn Burnshausen on the show Friday night. She'll be there this Friday. We play Tennessee High at the Stone Castle, which is close to your all's office, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
that's
got-
really close, right down the road.
Mhm. So we may have to get you to come. Would you feel comfortable working a basketball? Well, you don't like basketball. Let's go. Maybe when I do a softball game, you can come in the spring and help me do a softball game.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll put her on. She wants to get into. Were you joking about that?
No, I'm having a blast. This is
Are you
really
really?
fun. I just don't know the lingo like you
No.
do.
Well,
you know?
Like I do. Well, I've been at it a while. I'm an old
Yeah.
codger. So, yep. But the funny part was the first week she was a little antsy about coming, so she didn't. Then she said, well, I'm a little bit nervous. And so now it's like she's been here 2 weeks in a row. She's coming next week. Coming next week, we're back at Chick-fil-A. Coming next week?
Yeah, you want me to?
Absolutely. Come
Okay,
back
I'll
next
be
week.
there.
Yeah, come back next week. We'll do it one more time. Let her come back in because it's a company that, they're looking for new clientele. There's two kinds of clients in this world, new and repeats. They've got a lot of repeats. They need some new ones. They want some new ones. So business tax, individual tax, payroll services, and bookkeeping. So if you had to pick one of those four, which one of those do you guys do the most?
Oh, I mean, definitely individual tax.
Taxes?
But I think we enjoy business tax and bookkeeping. I think we enjoy all of it.
Enjoy all of it,
We
yeah.
have special people who can do, that's their niche. So that's what they work on. So that's really cool.
So how many employees do you guys have? You got you and Crystal. Who else?
We have Chloe, Deborah, Beth, and Lisa.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all of them have their niche. So they can help. One does business tax, one can do individual tax, payroll service, and bookkeeping. So there you go. 423-968-9112. Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at statax.com. We also have a Facebook, too.
There you go. So it's all right there. STA, say it again one more time.
statax.com.
That's it. statax.com, which I should have asked you on the interview, and I forgot to do it. So you come back next week, we'll do another one.
Yeah.
And I'll be sure to include the website because that's important. People go there
That is important.
a lot. They go there at 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I guess they can contact you on the internet to get the ball rolling too, right?
Yeah, that's right. We do email. We really like email and phone calls.
There you go. Are you hungry?
I'm pretty hungry. Are you hungry?
You get a free lunch for being a guest.
Really?
You get a buffet, salad,
Okay.
whatever you want.
Awesome.
I'll
be here.
Sit right down over there and eat to your
Okay.
heart's content. I'll see you next week
Okay.
at Chick-fil-A.
Sounds good.
Are we supposed to do that sparkle thing like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it one more time.
Yeah. We're best friends. So.
Oh, we're buds. Oh, yeah, we're tight. I've known her for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. Yeah, we're real close. We're real buddies. All right, quick break. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball next. As we told you, Evan Carter out till September the 19th. Young man from Elizabethton. Plays center field with the Texas Rangers. Got his wrist broke on a hit pitch. Hit him on the wrist and broke his wrist. Unfortunately, he's out till September the 19th. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball next on show number 2,347. Been doing this for 10 years on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Top Builder Sports Show, let's take a look at baseball, see how things went over the weekend. Well, Cal Raleigh did it. He's now the record-breaking catcher, hit his 48th and 49th home runs of 2025, the most ever for a catcher in a single season. The Mariners still have 30 games to go. He could, he'd have to get on a tear, but he could hit the all-time home run. You know what that guy did last year, Aaron Judge. So, but that's a long way down the trail. However, he has 49. Salvador Perez had 48. Johnny Bench had 45. Javi Lopez had 43. Roy Campanella had 41. Kind of gives you an idea who had the most home runs as a catcher. So he is now chasing for the all-time home runs, of course. That would be Aaron Judge. So we'll see if he can do that. But that was a very impressive weekend for Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Seattle Mariners. So back in spring training, the Mariners signed him to a 6-year contract worth $105 million. That may be in jeopardy, I would think. I think he could probably come back and say, you know, folks, I need a little bit more money. And I would think you would have to say he would certainly has earned it. Plus, the Mariners in the hunt for the playoff. We'll talk about the standings here in a second. Marcus Semien, again, for the Texas Rangers, out for the year. Has a fracture and sprain in his left foot. Will need 4 to 6 weeks to recover, effectively ending his season for the Texas Rangers, along with Evan Carter. So the Rangers lose 2 of their starters to injuries over the weekend. Evan Carter from Elizabethton, he's out now till September the 19th. Could be back. Hopefully he's back. But, you know, they're saying he's done for the year, but, you know, they don't know Evan Carter. If he can get back, he will. You know that, and I know that. So we'll see. But for all intents and purposes, he's done for the year, but we'll see. But Semien is for the Texas Rangers. All right, let's take a look at the standings. How are things going starting this week? Final week of August. Hard to believe that September 1st is a week from today. Toronto leads the Red Sox by 5, the Yankees by 5.5. The Yankees have been dismal against the Red Sox. Red Sox own them. I think it's 9-4. I think is the series differential now. In the Central, Detroit leads Kansas City by 10.5. Royals have won 7 out of 10. The Tigers are back at it. They've won 8 out of 10. In the West, Houston leads the Mariners by 2. The Astros have lost 6 out of 10. The Mariners have lost 7 out of 10. So that's what's going on in the West. In the National League, the Phillies lead the Mets by 7. In the Central, the Brewers, they lead Milwaukee, lead the Cubs by 5. The Cubs have won 3 in a row and 8 out of 10, so they're breathing down their neck. They're coming. Or they're hanging. They've been there all season long. They're not coming. They're already there. And the Dodgers and the Padres are identical, 74-57 record. 74-57 are the Dodgers and the Padres right now. The Dodgers have won 6 out of 10. The Padres are 5-5 over the last 10. If the wild card today would be Boston, New York, and Seattle in the American League, and the Cubs, the Padres, and the Mets in the National League. So, again, the Braves playing some excellent baseball, but probably too little too late. So, they'll open up a series in Miami. So, you have the Braves who can, you know, they have really hurt the Mets' playoff bids for sure. They've taken 8 out of the 13 games against the Mets. But it looks like the Braves will miss the playoffs for the first time since 2017. 8 years since they will have missed the playoffs. They're in jeopardy for sure. There's a chance, a far, far chance they get in as a wild card. But you got a lot of things got to happen to make that a reality. Your schedule looks like this for this Monday, August the 25th. The Red Sox in Baltimore. Cleveland hosting Tampa Bay. The Braves in Miami with Spencer Strider on the mound against Cabrera for the Marlins. The Yankees hosting Washington. They're probably glad the Red Sox are gone. Minnesota, Toronto, the Mets, and Philadelphia go head-to-head. That's going to be a dandy. Right there in the NL East, you've got Senga for the Mets, and Sanchez will go for the Phillies tonight in New York. Kansas City, Chicago, Arizona, Milwaukee. The Pirates in St. Louis, the Angels in Texas. Jacob deGrom, 10-5 on the mound for the Rangers tonight. San Diego at Seattle. Detroit will be against the Athletics, and again, the Reds will move in to open up a series against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Hunter Green on the mound for Cincinnati tonight in Chavez Ravine at Dodger Stadium. NFL news, of course, they're down this week. The official season starts a week from Sunday, So this week is paring down the rosters, getting everybody lined up, ready to go. The Vikings shaking up the depth behind quarterback J.J. McCarthy. They signed Carson Wentz and traded Sam Howell to the Philadelphia Eagles. Interesting move, I thought. Also, they released Brett Rypien. Mark Rippon's son, Brett Rypien, has been released. So the Raiders, Aiden O'Donnell broke his wrist. He's out. So they're looking for a backup for Geno Smith. So don't be surprised they go get maybe Rypien. They'd already talked about that. Maybe the kid that they let go, is it Huntley, for the Browns. They signed him. They let him go. So anyway, the Vikings signed Carson Wentz as a backup to J.J. McCarthy. They traded Sam Howell to Philadelphia, and they released Brett Rypien. So the Vikings are moving people around there in their lineup for the upcoming NFL season. NASCAR news, playoffs start this weekend in Darlington. The track too tough to tame. They call it the Black Widow with good reason. It's a tough track. Who is in the playoffs? We got them for you, ready to roll. Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano are all in the playoffs, along with Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick, Austin Dillon, and Alex Bowman. My guy didn't make it. Kyle Busch out again for the playoffs for the second consecutive year. Very disappointing for Kyle Busch and Richard Childress Racing, but it is that which it is. So there you go. All right, let's run down high school football. Who's playing this Friday night and Thursday night? We've got a couple of Thursday games to tell you about before we get out of here. Tomorrow we're going to be at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. We'll be there tomorrow. Looking forward to hanging on a Tuesday at Phil's. Love the food at Phil's. Love the food here. It's different food, of course. Pizza here and barbecue there. So Friday night, at no particular order, you've got Alcoa hosting Bearden. Cherokee home to Campbell County. Volunteer goes to Claiborne. Oak Ridge will play at Clinton Friday night. South Green at Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone got shut out 30-0 by Volunteer in Churchill. Crockett hosting West Ridge. Asheville, North Carolina, Dobbins Bennett. Johnson County at Hampton. Cloudland at Happy Valley on Thursday. Hampton will play at Happy Valley. That's their home field, of course, on Friday against the Longhorns. Happy Valley will be there on Thursday against Cloudland. Other games coming up. You have high school football on Friday night. Science Hill, Morristown West. Thursday night, West Green and North Green, and Unicoi County will play at Northview Academy. It is Labor Day weekend, giving these kids an extra day off. So some are going to play on Thursday. Seymour on Thursday night hosting Pigeon Forge. Jeff County will play at Sevier County. Sullivan East will be hosting Chucky Doak and the Cyclones, and a 7 o'clock kickoff will be at Tennessee High, the Stone Castle. So Thursday's games, to avoid confusion here, let me read those down for you. The Thursday night games this week: Cloudland at Happy Valley, West Green at North Green, Unicoi County at Northview Academy, and Pigeon Forge at Seymour. Those are the games on Thursday because it is, as we said, Labor Day weekend. And it's a big weekend of college football, which we ran through. Do want to say thanks to our guest. We took care of him with our buddy Gary Rowe, who stopped by. Appreciate him. Andrew DeMoss from Northeast Community Credit Union. Sean Witten, head football coach of the Cyclones, came by. And also, we had Amber Bernshausen from Stanfield Thomas & Associates, our new sponsor. Appreciate her coming by. And also Eric Wilson, the general manager here at Pizza Inn. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. And it goes like this. It's Jeremiah 32:17 says, Ah, sovereign Lord, you have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and outstretched arms. Here's the best part of this verse. Nothing is too hard for you. I mean, after all, he did all this in 6 or 7 days. You think what you're dealing with, or what I'm dealing with, he can't handle? That's not the case. He can handle anything. Nothing's too hard for him. Jeremiah 32:17, the verse of the day to wrap this show up. Thanks for watching. Again, the buffet here all day, every day, $10.99. In the evening, it's $12.99. And seniors, it's $8.99. All day, every day. And the kids' night is tomorrow night. Kids eat free with a paying adult from 5 to 8 o'clock. Can't beat it. 12 pizzas, 6 dessert pizzas, the salad bar, the soups. You've got the desserts of the pudding, chocolate pudding and jello, and 3 different pastas. Rotini noodles, Alfredo noodles and spaghetti. All that for $10.99 every day. Can't beat it. Here are a couple of kids over eating pizza. She's got a salad. A couple of youngsters over here eating. That's good. Well, there's Amber down there. She is eating down here. So there you go. And Gary Rose eating. Gary's had a buffet here today. We appreciate that. So we're out of time. Thank you. Back with you tomorrow. We will be, as we said, live from Phil's Dream Pit. The quest for perfect barbecue will be there off Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26 tomorrow. Until then, we'll tell you, as always, we wrap up show number 2,347 on this Monday, August 25th. We'll tell you, as always, Bloomery Planet and win or lose big. It's